I'm having a hard time deciding where I want to build. To be, let's take a look. What's our elevation here? Elevation plus 75 meters. Holy crap, are we up high? Are we ever up high? That's going to be one hell of a long drop for a trap. I think we should do it on top of this hill. I do. It's going to be interesting. However, for my build, the way I like it, I actually like to be at the lowest point. That's more just for ease of leveling out, terraforming the place, leveling it out. I suppose I could... We are up high enough right here. What I could do is actually just start building inside here. That could be different. I've never done that before. And then kind of... It's interesting. It's an interesting thought. They can dig to us through the earth, so it's not a great thought, but I can also open it up. Oh man, how do I want to do this? We are running out of time to decide. We've got like 5.5 hours to decide, because at 7 o'clock I shut off the recording. I make a video, and then we start over at 7 o'clock, and by that time I want to have a set idea of what I want to do for that day, because from 7 a.m. until 12 a.m. I'm going to have to work on my base. From 12 p.m. I guess it is, 12:01 p.m. I'm going to be going after an airdrop, and I'll probably stay out there, out in the wilderness. Pardon me, a little gassy there. I'll probably stay out in the wilderness until I have a full inventory, which does not take long. It doesn't take long at all. Until you actually get a mini bike, which is a scooter. Until you get a scooter with a basket on it, you really don't have any extra inventory than this amount, this backpack. This is all you get until you get, and your hotbar, until you get a scooter. So you really got to be careful with how much you take out with you. We're just going to scrap this stuff so that we are using up less room, and then we'll drop off what we're not using. Do I need iron on me? Not right now. How did I get 38 more? Oh, I ran out of wood. That was my problem. I've got like 4 wood from those chairs. That was it. Son of a gun. Thought I would get more. Okay, well, can't make any more arrows there. We'll keep the feathers on us anyways. Got other shit to get rid of though. We'll get rid of everything else that is not a building material. Snowballs can go in there. Hopefully I have no idea. I've never actually, to be honest, I've never done the snowballs for water thing. That was a first for me. It's not something, I try to avoid snow biomes like the plague, and we are set up right near one now. Which isn't bad. Setting up near them isn't bad, but setting up in them, you have to deal with the cold, you have to deal with the lumberjacks, which are hard to kill, you have to deal with wolves, because they spawn more in the snow biomes, I think. Not 100% sure on that, but it seems they do. It's just a pain in the butt. 2 o'clock in the morning, we have... Still haven't made a decision. Where are we going to build? Okay, we're going to build up on the ground, I think. We'll build up on the ground. I was debating building inside this tunnel, and then we could just collapse the tunnel around it, kind of thing. Like mine out all that stuff, and then our building would be here and complete. I could start directly above. Because what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to build a... I haven't decided on the actual size of it yet. It'll depend on... Ooh, that's a good idea. Where is there clay nearby? Or is there clay nearby? Crap. That's going to be a problem. I am not seeing any clay. Let's see. Is there any... Oh my lord. Okay, well those are roads. No clay, no clay, no clay. Maybe in that snow biome that we just saw. I am not seeing any clay whatsoever. This is terrible. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. But I am not. We can get rid of that. Get rid of that. Shared waypoint. Oh, there it is. Quick waypoint. Gone. So that's up in the top right hand. If you want to get rid of your remove quick waypoint, it's up there. Yeah. Wow. I am not seeing any clay at all. Clay is denoted on the map by the ground color is kind of a brownish color. That's as zoomed in as I can get, too. And I am not seeing any clay whatsoever. This is not good. This means we cannot go cobblestone or flagstone. Unless we can find clay, we can... Let me look in real close. I am not seeing any... Like, there are some discolorations here, but I don't know... Those do not look like clay to me. I think that's just the biome color, and we are boned on clay. Which means we will have to stick with wood and iron until we can get to cement. Because we got a lot of rock around us, so we can go to cement quite easily. And iron quite easily, but until we can actually build with concrete. Oh, wow. Means I'm going to have to find a mixer right away. Build a mixer. This is going to be terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I could build... Let me just test something. So we're going to test... we're going to put down a wood block, and we're going to stop staring at the ceiling. We're going to get a wood block, and we're going to upgrade it. So, we upgrade it to wood 1. We do this. So, at wood 1, it has 200 hit points. Oh shit, I don't have any more wood. I forgot about the wood. Oh, I do have more wood. It's in the campfire. We'll just grab that out of it. Oop. You don't need it in there. Alright. So, we'll upgrade it to wood 2. That's still only 200 hit points. That doesn't make any sense. I put my iron away, so we'll grab our iron. So, upgrading to iron gets us to 300. Iron 2, 1,000. So that's not too bad. Iron 2 is 1,000. Iron 3 is 1,000. So I don't know if it's... I honestly don't know if Iron 3 is worth doing. I think what it does is they have to break down for each one of these. So if you go to wood 1, it only takes one level, and then it'll be at frames. But so it goes to 200, and then you'll be at your frame, and it'd be only 100 for them to destroy that. So 300 total. Whereas wood 2 would be you go through the 200 health of the wood 2, 200 health of the wood 1, 100 health of the frame. So it'd be up to 500. So going to, I'm hoping that's the way it works. I guess we could figure that out. We're at... This will take a while. This will take a while. and this is getting our construction tools up, so that's okay. But we'll see if it drops down to iron 2 or if it where it goes to. I don't know if once you go to iron, if it degrades down to wood. It's another good test. We need to repair this. Repair. So it looks like we'll probably be building out of wood right off the bat. I wasn't hoping to. I was hoping to go straight to cobblestone. But considering how much iron we're getting, I'm not overly worried about it. We could upgrade to iron and it'll be almost as strong as the... It's a little more expensive, a little harder to get, but like if you can find a place where you have clay and a lot of stone, cobble is easy to repair. It's fairly strong. I think it's 1,500 points. So it is stronger and cheaper to repair, but we are stuck in a pinch here. We have none of that. I really don't want to have to be traveling a long distance to get it, because early on you don't get a lot of it per scoop with your shovel. It's a pain in the ass. So we'll see. We'll have to see. Alright. So this is... We are into day 2. We're almost at daybreak. Where it would matter if it was running zombies. It will start to... The sky will start to brighten a little bit at 4 a.m. Okay, so yeah, that's the way it works. Now the idea is, or the question is when this breaks down to... And actually, to be honest... I think that might be a little better than cobblestone, because cobblestone is 1,500, I believe, and it just breaks down to like 1 tier and it's done. I think. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it works. So we can definitely... We might even be able to save a little time and effort by not using wood at all and using scrap. Scrap frames. However, I don't know if they make scrap frames for all the pieces we need to build our little pagoda. What is that word? Does any... Can anybody tell me? Pagoda? Whatever. Our little defense, you'll see what it is. It's a little bunker that during Horde Night I will be inside the middle of it and fending off zombies as they come in. And it just looks like a, in my mind anyways, it just looks like a very simple oriental building, like old traditional building. So I'm not sure what the actual frickin' name of them are. And then from there, what we do is on the surface we stretch outwards and we have gardens, or little garden beds planted around it. So we're actually, if you want to take it from a D&D perspective, we're going to be the druids. We're cleaning up garbage, because that's what I do. And we are returning this burnt land to a natural state, or even supernatural state. Because we're going to plant stuff that wouldn't normally grow here, and we're going to make it grow. 4 a.m. is almost upon us. We're going to find out here shortly, after a repair, what this drops down to. It might destroy it, which is fine. It's kind of what we're intending to do, but I want to see if it drops down to a wood frame or if it just goes from metal 1 to gone, or metal 2. This is metal 2, isn't it? We'll find out. We'll find out. Find out next episode. No, we'll find out this episode. But the good news is we can go from either wood to this or metal. Like, we can actually build metal frames and hopefully save ourselves a little time, which we'll find out in a second as well. Okay, and then it goes to a scrap frame, which I was not expecting. Can I pick that up? No, I can't. Alright, cool. And then it's another 100. So it's actually 2,200 health once you're up to tier 3, which is decent. It's not bad at all. We'll get rid of this, and it is now officially daytime, even though if you look outside, well, it is brightening up quite a bit out there. So what else did we want to look at? Oh, scrap frames. How much are they to build? As compared to, like, upgrading wood frames and stuff like that. So we'll just do frame, scrap frame, and do they have all the pieces we need? So, takes 15 iron to make a scrap frame, and it's going to take 10 per level to, I believe it's 10 per level. Here, do we want to waste that much in here? Really? Let's take a look and see. Scrap iron frame ramp, corner filler, scrap iron frame, wedge incline, we'll need those. Or no, we need wedge tips is what we need, which I believe is on the second page. Wedge stairs, wedge tips. But they do not have poles. That's interesting. I think there's wood poles though, but I don't know if they can be upgraded. That we can test. Let's go to pole. Wood pole. Oh, okay, so you have to build a scrap iron pole. There we go. But looks like they only have centered and not the pole itself. That's interesting. Why did they do that? So the question is a wood pole, can it be upgraded to metal? So we are going to build one of these. Craft it. Go ahead. Craft it. We are going to place it. Place it. We are going to try and upgrade it. Okay, so I'll upgrade it to wood. 2. Okay, so we can totally upgrade it. Nice. Oh, minus 40. Look at that. Let's stop that since we're just putting it here for no reason. All right, so we could definitely build our thing out of scrap iron. Not happy that we had to go iron. Would have loved it if we could have went cob, because it's a lot easier. I don't know about a lot easier, but it's let's just say having to do it in an iron like this is going to be a pain in the ass. It's not what we expected to be doing, and it's not the most, not the greatest way to be doing it. Let's just put it that way. All right, so 4 o'clock in the morning, we can go outside now, and it should be light enough out that we can see. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. We will replace these so that nobody wanders in there. Our sleeping bag that's in there should keep them from spawning inside there. Thought I heard somebody smashing around up here. We're going to get rid of some of these because it gives us wood. I think there's this coal too on occasion. We are going to find where we're going to build. So we're going to start getting rid of wood, getting rid of these little burn sticks because they're pains in the asses. And we are going to start laying down our... I think we'll just put it down in wood frames and upgrade from there, simply because we are going to run out of iron real quick. The only time we're really going to get to mine a lot of iron, which is during the night times, and during those times I'm probably not going to film as much as I've been filming. I'll probably skip through it, or I might time-lapse it. We'll see. But we'll get rid of all this shit that's going to burn me. I don't know which ones do and which ones don't, so we're going to get rid of it all. And then that way my computer doesn't have to render these anymore either, so that'll help out around the base. Anything that doesn't need to be rendered, it won't. Hopefully. And since the argument. I hear something. Don't see anything, but I hear something. Alright. We are now in the process of figuring out where we're going to build. And I have a feeling it's just going to be directly behind, like if we come over here, when that bed on the compass moves, like completely flips, this is where our bed is. It's directly below us. Is that going to be enough room? I think that's going to be enough room, and we should, in theory, that's just by breaking down this rock, I'm hoping we will get some iron out of the deal too. Man, it's so slow. I'm so used to my other game that I'm running right now. We'll repair that. But, yeah, so we'll be doing that. We'll be doing some resource gathering until 7 o'clock. Or, yeah, until 7 o'clock, and then we're shutting down the video. So that's going to be our plan. For now, what we're going to do is right here. Actually, we'll set out our little... How many wood frames do I need? For now, we're just going to do 9 wood frames. And it'll be on the second page. Wood frame. And we'll do 9 of them. Craft. And we're going to need our shovel. This is where our base is going to start. This is the start of our base. So, one wood frame there. Now rotating it, I don't like the fact that we can't do it, but the frames do not set on a 45-degree angle, so you can't change the orientation. It's always going to be northeast, southwest for your frames. Some things you can set on an angle, but I do not believe these you can. It's simply, it's like if we rotate, it just rotates to that. So, like, there's no, hold on, is there any advanced? Advanced. No. There's definitely no corner placing it on an angle to have a different orientation. It's always going to be northeast, southwest. It's kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We do with we will make it work. We will make it work. Okay, so we need to make we're going to scrap this one. We're going to make a totally new shovel. Totally new, dude. Because we want the level 50 shovel. Got to keep your ears open. I usually say keep your head on a swivel while you're out here, which, you know, not a bad idea. And we're just going to upgrade these to tier 1 for now. For now. This is going to be the inner circle. Like you'll see what I mean when I say inner circle. Hopefully by some... no, we're not going to... We're probably just going to get these placed, and a trapdoor, and a ladder, the first ladder, placed before we have to end the recording. Now, to end the recording, I also have to exit the game because the time will continue on. There's no pause. Well, I don't think I haven't found a pause function in the game yet, so that's kind of the reason why I also had to use the cheat mode, is so that I could conceivably, if I run over a few minutes, I can set it back to 7 a.m. so I have the right amount of time to shoot videos with you guys. Alright. So place those two. Alright. 546. Might even be hard to get this little part done because our tools and our skills are so lame. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm hoping that we get an airdrop tomorrow. Unless I turned it off, which I don't know if I did or not. If we get an airdrop, that'll give you a little bit of excitement during the day, because then I'll definitely, I won't want to come home until I've at least gotten something to bring back, you know, a full inventory. Like, it might just be a full inventory full of crap, but it's still going to be a full inventory, so we're going to search for Yucca. It's going to be one of our big things tomorrow, while we're out and about trying to get the airdrop. And getting the airdrops isn't hard. If it was a multiplayer, well, it is a multiplayer game, but if it was a game where there's going to be more than just me playing, getting an airdrop might be hard, because somebody might have already gotten to it before I did. But right now we are just playing for me, and, well, for you guys, to see what it's like to play. We're not actually... Okay, so what I need is a ladder. A wooden ladder. Craft one of those. And I need a hatch. Give me a hatch. And we're going to do a wooden hatch, because they are actually the... And they can be... Wooden hatches... pardon me. Wooden hatches can be fully upgraded to... all the way to the top. To... whatever it is. Forged steel. And I need the ladder first, though. That's the thing, is you need to place a ladder here, because otherwise the hatch door will just fall through the hole. That is on button 4. Say place the ladder. And then on this you can see where the hinges are. That's why I like using the wooden hatches. You can actually see where the hinges are. On the scrap metal ones, you can't. So there you go. I like doing it that way, so that you walk into the door and down into your hole. And now I'm stuck. Alright, and we will upgrade the door. See, it'll go to this, and you can't see the hinges. That's what it would have looked like if we would have done a scrap iron hatch to begin with. And we'll do another couple tiers. There we go. That's protected. Let's make sure we're not getting hunted down by anything. And we'll just continue to clear out the area. We're going to start with a pad like we've got there. Hopefully, by the end of the night, we'll have it out to where... Oh, we gained another level. We have 6 points to spend. That's, you know, that's not too major. I prefer to keep it so that... and I like it. Look at that. Our bed is right nearby, so... Basically, what we're going to be doing is, from this point downwards, is going to be an underground hive. We are going to do a hive base. It's going to be very small, very compact, because we're only one player. If I've built one similar to what we're building now, where I started off with just a 3x3 like this. And that was the entire size of my fighting platform for when a horde came. But in that one, I wasn't filming. I wasn't forced to actually come up and fight the hordes. I stayed underground most of the time. In this one, anytime something attacks the surface, I'm probably going to be coming up to deal with it. Just the way it's going to have to be to make it somewhat interesting, I'm hoping, for the viewer. Because the way I actually play is probably very boring Well, I guess we'll find out. Very boring to watch. We'll see. We are approaching the last half hour of filming. I'm not seeing anybody coming at us, so that's good. We got a lot of rock here, which is awesome because we'll get a lot of iron out of that for upgrading the top surface part here. Anything underneath, technically we don't need to upgrade. I probably will once we get to cement. I don't want to get too gung-ho on the design underneath until we do have cement. That's the big thing. Until we are ready to get to cement, I don't want to. Honestly, I don't want to. Oops. Escape. That may be an idea for another episode, is actually just do a God mode where I build stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what people want. If anybody actually even watches these videos, we'll see. Oops. Get back in there. Grab the axe. Let's finish this rock off. Get my rocks off. There we go. Clear out this debris. Oh, hey. Maybe there's an egg in there, too. Nope. Not a lot of eggs. Not reproducing. Bastards. Okay. But as I said, you can mine this stuff, too. But I don't know if you, maybe if once you get to a break point, they might give you iron. Looks like it might just be stone. Oh, there's some iron. A little bit. Not as much as you get on those surface stones. That this is more like the stone that you find underground. But yeah, so we'll be clearing these out during the day. And that's 7 o'clock. So we are shutting down. I hope it wasn't too boring for you. And we'll see you on the next record.